Homesteading to prepping to common horse sense, we are College Hill Farm. We got it on. It's time to service it. Now, let me show you what's involved in servicing it. The unit itself has oil in these units. The one that turns the tines also has oil in it, but there's also grease fittings, and let me show you where those are. The first grease fitting is right here on the end of the tiller. Then up here in this U-joint that I've got tied up, right here's a grease fitting. There's also right here. I'll take that out and look down in. It won't do me no good to show you because you won't be able to see it anyway. But I'll take that off and look down in to make sure that there's oil there. The same way here. You'll notice this is sealed. But I'll take this off and there'll be oil. Now, I don't think that there are any grease fittings underneath this. But I don't think there are any grease fittings down here at the tines either. But you will notice one thing. Everything you do in your field or you drop winds up wrapped up in your tiller. This steel wire, I didn't drop it, but somebody else did it sometime, so I'm going to have to cut that out. It's on both ends of the tiller. Okay, I'll start with that. I'm going to get at this from the back because I don't want to have this come down on me. I've got it up off the ground, but I don't have it blocked. So I'm going to get at this from the back where I am not liable to get caught. But while I'm doing it, I'll have to raise this up out of my way.
Got our bag and away. Well, these cutters don't want to cut that. Might have to go get a different set of dikes.
Well, my cutters ain't big enough. Oh, that's a lot heavier wire than just an electric fence wire. I'd love to tell you that everything in farming is simple and easy, and I just got all that wire just cut off just in a minute. But that's not the truth. I'm going to have to take and turn this up on its end because I don't have room to get a pair of cutters that'll cut that under there. So such is life. Welcome to Homestead. So I'm going to get this lifted up and take it off from the tractor, and then I'll turn it up and go from there. Okay, rather than picking it up and turn it up on its end, I turned it up on its front. I hope I'm not bending my shaft, but I don't think so. This is what I needed to cut that wire. Now I've got room to get in there and do that. I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, it's time to get to servicing. Generally, about the only time I put this foot down right here is when I'm servicing, because this could tip forward on me, and I don't want to get it on my foot. It probably wouldn't hurt too bad, or I could probably get out of the way of it pretty quick, but I just soon not have to do that. Okay, now I'll roll it forward so it catches on that foot. There we go. It's not going to come down on me like that, even though the foot's not going to hold its place, because it's going to rock back because of the way it's sitting. Now, if you look right here, you'll notice, look right there, you'll notice a grease fitting for this U-joint, and then there's one up yonder, so let's do those first. It doesn't take a ton of grease for these. I'm going to see if I can get to this fitting the way it's sitting. There we go. Okay, now let's pull this one up and around. I'll pull it up here where you can see it. Right there's the grease fitting. Now I don't want all that dirt. I'm going to clean that off where it's fairly clean, and this just fits right on there. Okay, now hold it. Okay, that one's greased. Come out of there. Now all it takes is a lick or two with a grease gun. It's not rocket science. I've got one more to grease over here on the side. It's right here. Put it down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, on the end of this unit right here, I just get some grease on my finger. Let's run some out. Come on. It's slow today. I get some on my finger and I rub it in these splines. Yep, I think I'm out. Come on, see if I can get some to come out. That last little bit did it in. But I'll rub that on those splines. That makes life so much simpler later. Alright, and that's all there is. I checked the places for the fluid, and there's plenty of fluid in it, so I don't have to worry about that. I'll change the fluid next year. This is the 5th year that I've used this tiller. Now it's time to go down and get in the garden. Okay, I got all of the tiller is in good shape. Everything's greased. Everything is like it's supposed to be. I've got a broke tine, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'll pick up one next time I'm around the dealership. I don't know how I broke that tine. Probably on a rock. There's plenty of rocks here. I throw them out of the garden pretty regular, but there's still a lot of them. The wire that was wound up was number 9 and number 12 and number 14. It was an old cattle fence. Just so you know, I haven't had any of that kind of wire here, so it was from somebody else. It wasn't mine. And on the other side was that good old baling twine, that nylon baling twine. That stuff's the bane of every homesteader. I wish they would use cotton or the natural fiber one so they'd rot up, but that's what they use. And just so you know, I haven't had any of that on my property by me either. So that's been there for years, and I've been here for 5 years. So this is the 5th year with my little tractor. The warranty's up come April. I'm satisfied with the little thing. I'll probably do a 5-year going out of warranty review on it. But now I'm going to get since I'm going to use a ground gauging equipment in the winter. Let me put this right. In the winter, I a lot of times leave the rollover protection down because I'm never around a hill, and I'm going in and out under trees or either in my sheds and barns. So I just don't put the rollover protection up. But when I put on ground engaging equipment, I put my rollover protection up because that's exactly what it is, protection. So I'm going to plow. I've got 2 garden spots that I'm going to plow today. I'm not going to plow the big flat garden spot because it's full of those nice purple death nettles, and that's the first food for bees in the spring around here. It comes out before the dandelions, and the honeybees are wearing it out over there, and there's not hardly any of it in the other 2 gardens, just the one flat garden. So I'll let the honeybees have theirs, and I'll get at mowing this I'll get at plowing this other and take you along for the ride. Hope y'all didn't get hurt. Broke my microphone off. Oh well, that's the way it goes in a rock and roll show. Okay, get back to plowing. Okay folks, 150 foot by 100 foot garden plowed. Took about an hour and a half with this tiller on. It takes about 3/4 of a gallon of gas to plow that, and I do it in first gear, the first plowing. Now this very first time I killed all these weed seeds. See, they had started to germinate because we've been having some pretty weather, but I killed them all. Then, after this is done, before I plant, I'll come back and plow it again. But I'll plow it in second gear. Then it'll only take about 1/3 of a gallon of gas, 1/3 of a gallon of diesel to plow it the second time. Now I've still got to plow our main garden, which is 200 by 100, and then I've got a 75 by 50 kitchen garden that I have to plow yet. So I'm going to plow the kitchen garden today after dinner. It's dinner time. Why do I garden this way? Well, it's real simple. I've tried hugelkultur, I've tried raised beds, I've tried all these other types of gardening, and the truth is, nothing puts as much food on my table as traditional row crop. That's just the way it is, and with the least amount of effort. I even tried deep bedding. That works you to death. It doesn't work you during the regular time, but it's expensive to find that sawdust and stuff. That stuff's not cheap, and I can't raise enough. If I buy enough of that sawdust to do what I do now, why, it costs a fortune. So I do regular row crop. We grow about a third in the garden of what we need to eat. You know, we grow all of our vegetables and stuff. So if you like this kind of stuff, this homesteading, do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come out to the channel and subscribe. When you get there, if you hit the little bell, it'll notify you when we upload videos. We upload videos every Sunday. With that being said, it's time for me to get on to the next thing.